Hi everyone, and welcome to day 13 of my 40 till 40. So, I tricked you. When I talk about the downsides of living in Mexico, I really mean let's talk about the differences, because downside is a mindset. And I will tell you, comparison is a thief. It robs you of so much. We've seen it even on social media. Just comparing our lives, our looks, all of this causes anxiety, depression, and just dissatisfaction with our lives. So it comes down to its differences, not downsides. But I wanted to get you to click on this video, so I said downsides of living in Mexico. So here are some differences of living in Mexico. Well, number one, where I live, and again, if you want to be a cross-border independent, you have the border, okay? And so that's different. But you can look at it like, do you ever go through tolls? Do you ever have to kind of stop at a turnpike or do a roundabout or maybe even a stoplight? It becomes a way of life. Some people, it causes anxiety for some people because you have people with artillery, right? You have people with guns and things like that. You have dogs there to sniff things, you know, looking for drugs or weapons. And so it can cause anxiety or nervousness, you know, crossing. After a while, you'll get very used to it and it won't be such a shocker. But that's different. The other thing that is different is sometimes there aren't paved roads. So there might be dirt roads. There might even be really horrible roads that have potholes and things like that. I always joke about my Saab, my poor Saab. It thinks it's a Jeep because I like to hit the potholes. But when I'm done with this Saab, I'm definitely going to get me something that can run over those potholes because I don't like to slow down. But if you've lived in certain areas in America, there's potholes in the cement streets and things like that. So again, it's different. So unpaved roads, dirt roads, that's a difference. Another difference is the way you get your gas. So many times we find that our electric company takes care of the gas as well, right? We just pay our bill and it's automatic. We have gas, we have electricity. Well, here, it's kind of like the milkman. You have to call the propane gas tank man. He comes and he has a long hose that he pulls out and finds your propane tank on your property, and he fills it. And so this is a manual thing. I actually pulled out my bill, my gas bill for you to see. This is my gas bill. And you will see that I usually pay about, let's see here, 50 or 60 bucks. And that lasts me, I'm going to say 3 to 6 months. It just depends on how much I'm washing clothes, how much I'm cooking. I'm not much of a cooker. And my family likes to joke and say I don't take showers, but I can take a cold shower, but I must not use a lot of the gas. And so the fireplace is gas and things like that. So it can range. But you know, it's just me. I don't use a lot, and I'm always on the go. So very rarely home to use all of that kind of thing. And I want to bring your attention to other things that are different, but that are great. Is here's my electricity bill came today, okay? And you can look at this here. So as you can see, my gas bill, I said, is about, let's just say $60. And let's just say it lasts for 6 months, the gas that they put in. That's $10 a month for my gas. Let's say I have some people over and people are using my washer and dryer and they're taking showers. Then we're looking at, what, $20? But I don't think I use that much. And so you'll see here 750 pesos for my electricity. And that's about, you do the math, okay? But that can be about in the $30 range, 30 something. Now that's for 2 months, okay? 2 months. They do it every 2 months. So cut that in half. That's 2 months worth of electricity, okay? So go ahead, you can begin to kind of tally up my bills. So this is different here. And here is my water bill. So I don't know if you can see that. It's 105 pesos. Again, you can go ahead and use your calculations, but that's about $5 or so, and that's 1 month of water. So again, I guess I'm not using a lot of washing and drying and washing dishes and showers, I guess. I don't know. But water's really cheap, electricity's really cheap, gas is really cheap, and my internet I actually pay online, and that's about $15 a month. And so I have Wi-Fi and things like that, just like you, okay? So these are some different things. Another thing you might find different here in Mexico is the pharmacies. We have pharmacies on every corner, like a 7-Eleven, Circle K, whatever your convenience store is. And what's great is you can get prescription drugs without a prescription. Now, there are some that you need a prescription. However, there's a doctor on site at the pharmacy, and you can see them and let them know whatever your ailment is, and they can write you a prescription. And usually that prescription might be, I haven't ever paid $5, more than $5 maybe for a prescription. And I don't usually go to get any pharmaceuticals. If you know me, I'm all into natural stuff. But I've gotten some medicine for different people that might need high blood pressure medicine, you know, things that are just really expensive in the States. And they've come over and I brought them to the pharmacy so they can get their much needed pharmaceuticals. And they were able to pay little or nothing for it. And not only that, not needing a prescription and things like that. So that's different as well. So you can also, in that same vein, you also have medical, you've heard again, procedures. People get surgery. People get cosmetic, like not cosmetic surgery, but like facial stuff, laser and things like that. Again, very popular stuff in the States that would cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars that you can get here for a fraction of the cost. So that's also something different. What else? Something different that I noticed when I came was that the eggs were on the outside of the fridge. So when you go into the grocer, the eggs are not refrigerated. And I was concerned, but I learned that, you know, they're fresh. They're not being exported anywhere, so they don't need to be refrigerated. And so I now keep my eggs on the outside of the fridge. So that's a difference. What else is a difference? Another difference that you might see, obviously, is their money. So pesos are used here. But the great thing about it is you can use dollars as well, US dollars. You can also use your cards, your debit card, your credit card. So those things are accepted as well. My suggestion is that you have all forms because there's some places that take different things. And also you can bargain more with certain denominations or certain types of currency, okay? And just some places only take pesos or only take those things. What else is different? Well, the banks, again, there's banks that only give you pesos through the ATM. There's some banks that also have pesos and dollars come out. You can decide. So you can do your math and decide, you know, is it better for me to do it in pesos or dollars? Sometimes you can save money doing it in a different type of currency, okay? One thing again that I pay for, where the place that I live in that's different, is a toll. And I guess that's not too different from the States, but maybe it might be different from your routine. You don't usually pay a toll, but I have a toll. And if you're a resident though, you get to go through that toll for free. So that toll is mainly probably for visitors or tourists, and it helps keep that particular road paved and nice and safe and things like that. What toll roads usually provide, you know, a shorter passageway or route to where you're going as well. Something else that might not be different, but it, you know, the U.S. has and they have as well here, is a great wine country. So if you like wine, you need to really check out Mexico's wine country scene. I think it can rival America's. I'm not into wine, but I do like the scene because I like to eat the cheeses and the chocolates and the fruits, and I like to just socialize and things like that. So I do some wine tours as well for Mexico tours, and that it's just beautiful. It's very diverse, very different. And I've been to some in America, in California, and I wasn't impressed. But, you know, I'm not really impressed with America, so don't listen to me, okay? So those were the differences, right? One more difference before I go. And again, this can happen in the U.S., but probably not as much. Sometimes we have blackouts, so the lights go out. And sometimes the water is shut off. And so you have to figure out how to go about that. So obviously, you know, use your candles, have you a generator, or wait it out. It'll come back on, right? But when I first moved here, it happened more often than not. Then the water was shut off for different reasons. So I learned so many different things from the community about what you do. I learned what a stinger is. If you don't know, look it up. A stinger, when you don't have water, it gets your water hot. I learned what that was, and a peela, all of these different things that when these crises strike, you can be prepared. And so those things happen too, and not to, you know, make you feel some kind of way. You can also have your internet down. Of course, the wires here, the lines, the electric lines outside sometimes get a little shaky. You know, if there's any weather and things like that. Remember, the infrastructure is different, so sometimes it gets a little rough. But these are different things. If you are, again, comparing, then you might see this as that's inconvenient for me, or I can't deal with that, or, you know, whatever. But I think that we should change our mindset to things are different and we shouldn't compare. So that's just a few things that are different, not downsides, to living in Mexico. So if you like this video, give me a comment and I'll see you later. Peace.